Yo, bro, we gonna get some avocado oil to cook in?
Avocado oil? You realize when you cook with this shit, it just turns to a seed oil? When you cook this shit over 400 degrees, it literally turns it into a seed oil, a polyunsaturated fat. So if you want to be fat, cook with this shit.
See, you guys keep telling me that he's test maxing. I think he's just incorrect maxing. Because this was like the most incorrect things I've ever seen in a 17-second video. For starters, avocado oil comes from the flesh of the fruit, not from the seed, so by default, not a seed oil. Also, something being heated above 400 degrees or heated in general doesn't increase the PUFA content or make it a PUFA or a polyunsaturated fatty acid. In fact, this shows a very large misunderstanding in the chemistry of fats. So let's go through with them. Polyunsaturated fatty acids are fatty acids that have multiple double bonds. Double bonds actually break down really easily, so having more polyunsaturated fatty acids technically makes an oil worse to use at high temperatures because it oxidizes very quickly and therefore is usually not very heat stable and therefore not very good to be used at high temperatures. Which brings up my next point of throwing all seed oils under the same umbrella because they all have a very different polyunsaturated fatty acid profile. More on that in a sec. Monounsaturated fatty acids have just one double bond, hence mono unsaturated. So it's not saturated because there's one double bond. Whereas his favorite animal fats are called saturated fatty acids. And in the case of saturated fats, they have, count them, 0 goose egg double bonds, meaning very difficult to break down and are very heat stable. Therefore, if something has different amounts of polyunsaturated fatty acid content, that will directly impact its ability to be used at different heat temperatures. For example, grapeseed and walnut oil are also seed oils, no one's going to deny that, but they are very bad to be used at high temp. And the same goes for traditional sunflower oil. These all sit at about 60 to 70% polyunsaturated fatty acids. The more stable seed oils are things like canola oil, which can be upwards of 80% monounsaturated fatty acids, which is even higher than olive oil in some cases. And then there's oils that are considered like no heat oils, like flaxseed oils, where anywhere above 225 degrees Fahrenheit is too much for them and they would oxidize immediately above that temperature. So bottom line, saying to avoid seed oils really just means I don't know anything about chemistry, because adding heat to an oil does not change the amount of single or double bonds that it has. And nor does it change the fact that you're not getting it from the seed of the avocado just because you heated it up after processing. Remember guys, I love you, so I want you to live a longer and happier and healthier life. And if you want to do that, make sure you hit that follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.